Thank you, Leonard. Thank you. A very, I would say, insightful discussion today.
Have you ever understood synthetic?
My final question, or rather to say yes or no, the
Yes
biggest
or no?
question that people get
So,
talking about this is
in very simple terms, synthetic
a lot
data
of
is
buzz
basically
regarding
data
mention of
that's
training. Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Very warm welcome on our channel CF Inside Talk. And yet today we are here again with the second episode of our podcast. And today we're going to discuss about AI. AI and market research, how they both blend with each other, how they integrate, what AI can offer to market research, what market research can offer to AI. And today, for discussing this all, we have our own market research plus AI expert, Mr. Leonard. So, Mr. Leonard, you will introduce yourself,
Sure.
and then we'll keep on continuing with our talk.
Right, fantastic. Thanks for having me here, Haka.
Thank
so,
you.
my name is Leonard, and I'm currently both the marketing manager at Central Force and also the MIS head at Central Force. So, the MIS refers to Management Information Systems, and we kind of find ways to bring CF or our company into the future. That it may include integrating AI into our workforce, using AI to leverage business data and analytics into our future planning. Yeah, thank you.
I say that's great. Something about yourself. People want to know about yourself.
Something about myself. I'm pretty average, I think, on most aspects.
No, you are not.
I guess something that people might not know about me is that I actually enjoy history.
Okay.
So I take part in what's called historic European martial arts,
Okay.
or HEMA, which is basically sword fighting in history.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So let's dive from history to the future.
Mm.
So what do you think about AI? What stage of AI we are in? But do you think about AI have to offer to market research specifically, in general also? And how do you look at, okay, what will be the future of AI, especially in Malaysian market research industry?
what stage of AI we're in. I think we are honestly still in the very early adoption stage where we have a lot of AI tools, we have a lot of AI software, but we haven't known really what to do with it. So it's up to us as market researchers, as people who deal with data, to find ways to actually use these tools. Like, I'm sure everybody is familiar with ChatGPT, Gemini, all the different tools and what they are capable of. But what are we really using it for? Are we using it to the full potential? So most of the AI use cases I've seen is checking emails and checking drafts or writing, which that's a very, very shallow use case of AI. It can be used for so much more. It can be used for, let's say, designing software. It can be used for designing tools. It can be used for, I don't know, drafting contracts and everything. It's so much more than just what we think it's possible. And it's only the very, very first early stages. I'm sure you've seen with photo and video generation as well.
Yeah.
We are at the very early stages of it where we are sometimes fooled by it. I can't imagine how much further better it's going to be in the future, where I'm fooled by it. I'm completely fooled by it. Right?
Okay.
Have you seen the fake AIs and videos?
Have seen that one, and
Yeah.
they're pretty much scary.
Yeah.
Pretty much scary, but means, yeah, I totally agree with you that it's much more to offer. I mean, as compared to the usage what we are currently doing, it's much more to offer. So let's take it towards market research itself.
Mhm.
So do you think somehow AI is a threat to market research, or market research can correlate with AI?
So, to answer your question on whether or not market research is threatened by AI, I think the first thing we look at is, what is AI? To me, AI is a tool. It's a tool that can help you be more efficient, make smarter decisions, do things faster, not as something I leave it to completely. So if I were to look at an example from my childhood, I think most of the people's childhood, when you're growing up, you didn't actually have access to Google. So what did you do when you needed to find out more things? You would ask people, you would go to the library, read books, and then you get all your information and you make a report and everything. When Google came, it made your job so much easier. I can just ask Google, hey, why is the sun blue? And I'll understand like light, refraction, and all those things. The same thing is happening with AI. It's not meant to be something that replaces traditional market research, but rather something that actually can supplement it and make it stronger, make it better, make it faster.
That's good. That's good. That's a very actually informative, yet very, what you say, detailed explanation of AI standing currently. So we were talking about the integration of market research with AI, and of course everybody have to do something to show that okay they are in the race, because AI is a race these days. So talking about Central Force exclusively, that okay, what Central Force is doing in order to compete this race, how and what they are offering in terms of collaborating of AI with market research, or is there any product you are launching, or is there any something, any offer which you are making that okay you can correlate this particular race in your favor?
So one of the things that we are actually developing at Central Force is actually an AI moderator, or we call it moderate. What our vision is to be able to do qualitative interviews, which generally usually take a lot of time, a lot of probing, a lot of expert knowledge on very, I would say, quite niche topics sometimes. So instead of having a trained moderator where we need to have that person sit in with someone else directly and spend that 1 hour to talk to, is there any way that we can actually make this more AI? Our logic was we are able to use an AI to sit in with potential respondents, to spend that hour or so with them, talking to them, understanding them more, probing especially to get specific details that a normal moderator might miss, and collect all that information at scale. What this means is that instead of having one moderator only access to one respondent at one time, this AI moderator can handle 50, 100, thousands of respondents at one time. And the quality can always be ensured because we will train the AI to the specific specifications that we've set. Are there any specific objectives that the AI need to touch? Are there any criteria or areas where we need to focus on, where we can present more useful data to our clients? That is one of the items that we're actually developing at Central Force, this AI moderator called Moderate.
Okay, so this moderate, this product, is it a robot?
Is it a robot? Well, what would you define as a robot?
Means I feel that somebody will be sitting beside me, and
Mhm.
then I will be talking or interacting with them. So I had that feel when you were telling me that.
I wouldn't say it's a robot per se, but it's going to be natural. It's going to be something that's free flow, something that you don't really think about. So one of the iterations or one of the ideas that we've had was to have it respond via text. So
Hmm.
if I were to text you and you were to reply me with whatever, we replace that you with the AI. And it's quite seamless actually. It's basically chatting with your friend. And when you're chatting with your friend, you actually tend to open up yourself more. So you're uh, more relaxed, more able to talk to. So this is one of the actually ideas that we're actually aiming towards, to have this
Okay.
seamless integration. So
Okay.
it wouldn't feel like a robot, but it's meant to be someone who's understanding, someone who actually is able to listen and talk to you properly.
I see. So the next question comes to my mind is now that Central Force deals with different countries. We're dealing with Singapore, Brunei, Thailand, Indonesia, ASEAN, plus we're doing Middle East, we're
Mhm.
doing Pakistan as well. So do this AI support all the languages?
Yes.
It do.
Yeah. It
Okay.
was simple. Yes, it's very easily to train.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then will it be same? The accuracy will be the same?
The accuracy should be the same. There shouldn't be any big differences.
I see. I
Mm.
see. That's great. That's great. So my next question is that okay, how you see the modern marketing being changed by the AI effect?
So there's this interesting trend in market research which is called synthetic data. Have you ever heard of this term synthetic data before?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So in very, very simple terms, synthetic data is basically data that is made by AI, where we have case studies where AI is trained on currently existing data, maybe on customer trends, on customer preferences, on customer demographics, and we'll train the AI on all these things and try to ask the data AI to extrapolate further data from this one. That's what we call as synthetic data. When marketeers, when advertising marketing people actually use synthetic data, it'll be they need to be extremely cautious to what kind of data they're using. If they are fully using synthetic data, they need to be cautious of what's called a data Ouroboros, where the training data trains the AI, and that output is used to train another AI. And the system repeats infinitely, and you just have AI that is trained on AI that is trained on AI. And that output is something that is nonsensical, it's garbage, it doesn't make sense. The more iterations that you put your data through to AI, the less that it makes sense. So when marketeers and advertisers actually look at this data, they need to be extremely cautious, which is why we always recommend to have that still human touch. to use traditional market research to obtain data, to obtain their findings.
Okay, that's a very good explanation, Leonard. So, talking about Central Force again. So, when you're talking about AI, you're talking about a product you have developed. Uh, I heard that you're collecting the data for AI as well. So, how you guys are doing that one, and for what exactly? Means you don't have to specify that what projects you are doing for, but exactly what are actually you're collecting for AI? How you are making AI more super powerful?
So the first thing that we have to ask ourselves is, what would you consider as data? Data is everything. Data is your palm print, your voice, your customer satisfaction records, your location data. All of this is data. And what I think Centroforce excels at is data collection. So it doesn't matter whether or not you want to collect the voices of people talking to you, whether or not you calculate the foot traffic that of people that come into your store, whether or not you want to look at the facial prints of people who are passing by. This is something that Centroforce is actually good at collecting, because again, we collect data. That's our main business. So what exactly in terms of data we can use to train this data? All of this data is actually used to train AI models. So an example that we actually use, we're actually using palm prints. We're actually using the palm prints to train and generate the AI who is able to recognize the specific intricacies of the palm. So it's not only looking at your biometrics of your thumbprint, it's also looking at your vascular flow, your veins, which is, I think, something that's very interesting. So again, data is everywhere, it's everything. What can we see that is data?
I
Yeah.
see, I see. So means all the vocals which I'm speaking right now, this is also data for
It
you.
also data, yes.
So in future you can make translation devices, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah, very easily. So perhaps in terms of the example of the translation device, we can have record people with different slangs, different languages, and we can train AI to be able to follow that slang or follow that language. And it's very specific because in Malaysia there's many dialects. In Chinese, there's very many dialects. There's Chinese, excuse me, there's Mandarin, there's Hakka, there is Teochew. All of these intricacies are something that we can capture and train specific AIs. So we can have an AI translator that speaks Teochew. We can have an AI translator that speaks Hakka, or one that speaks Hokkien even.
okay. Other than me, all those who are watching us also, they have one question: privacy, data protection. How you ensure that?
So data protection is actually, data privacy rather, is something that we can take extremely seriously here at Centroforce. We ensure that all of our data is collected properly. We follow PDPA guidelines, we follow SOMA guidelines, we follow MRSM guidelines to ensure that every single data point is up to standard. That means getting people to sign consent forms, making sure that all the data is anonymized, making sure that no marketing or sales will be made as a result of this kind of research. Because ultimately, we want to further data collection. We want to be able to be a model of data collection. We want to show that to everyone what the standards of proper data collection should be. And following those standards means that we need to ensure that all of our data collection procedures are up to the code.
Thank you, Leonard. Thank you. A very, I'd say, insightful discussion with you today. Uh, my final question, or rather to say that the biggest question is that because we're talking about digital transformation, there is a lot of buzz regarding digital transformation and people who want to digitally transform their companies, starting from SME to the big shots out there. So, what Central Force actually have contributed, or they are planning to contribute in this digital transformation era?
So I think the answer boils down to what exactly this data is to be used for. We collect lots and lots and lots and lots of data. The data that we use is actually very useful to inform, to make proper decisions. The data that we actually collect can be the, let's say, political results. It can be about elections, it can be about preferences, it can be about consumption habits. All of this data is actually used to inform what can be done in the future. It will help us actually make better decisions in the future. So how does this affect digital transformation? We actually know where to focus our resources. If the data that we collect shows that Malaysia is heading towards more eco-friendly or more sustainable initiatives, then that is where our policymakers and where governments can decide to spend most of their resources. Because ultimately, we are answering questions. What exactly do we focus on? Where do we focus? Because we live in a world where there's scarcity, there's limited resources. what can we do to make sure that the limited resources that we have are utilized to the maximum potential. So we've recently had the pleasure of partnering with MDEC and going to GITEX at Dubai. It was an eye-opening experience. We were able to talk to a lot of people, a lot of tech companies, a lot of startups to see what exactly the trends were. And as data partners for a lot of companies, we wanted to support their initiatives. Where are they going towards and where could they focus on? That is what I believe market research can be helping in.
Thank you, Leonard. Thank you very much. This is not the last thing which you will say. You have to give a shout out to all of our viewers now, and you know what to say, right? Yeah. So over to you. Face the camera and then just say it.
Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm really passionate about market research, and I really hope more people look to market research. It's something that a lot of curious people should be interested in. Like, I'm sure everybody will have their own thoughts and their own things and opinions. How do you actually leverage these thoughts and opinions into something useful? Market research starts with a question that needs answered. When you want to choose to purchase like a drink, that's market research. What drinks do you like? Do you like something that's fizzy, something that's hot, something that's cold? Market research appeals to a lot of people who are curious. So if you are a curious person, please come to market research.
So, viewers, that was our second episode. I hope that you have liked it. You have learned so many things about AI and market research. What I can conclude is that AI and market research cannot stand alone. They have to work hands on hand. And I will just like give you an example that you cannot make a sandwich with one bad loaf. So you have to put something in between and then you have to cover it up, right? So it's kind of that example that we have to work together. We have to learn AI, means as a market researcher, and then use it to enhance our productivity. And why we have to do both market research and AI? To boost our businesses, to know what our customer really want, to understand the market, to understand what the customer or consumer really want, what is the brand's health. All these things you can cover by using market research and AI together. So stay tuned to our channel. You will be seeing our episodes on and off now very regularly. We'll be trying to cover up in our next report regarding consumers, that how the Malaysian consumers react to certain shopping styles, what is their behavior, how they want to shop in the festive seasons. All this we will cover in our next episode. And plus, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. Do subscribe us and like our channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.